the time. But we want to ask him to do that on a cue when he is in our sessions. And as he's swimming by, feel free to look at some of his characteristics that make him unique. One of those is you'll see that curled dorsal fin, but also those curled tail flukes. And a lot of people ask, why does the dorsal fin curve? Why do the tail flukes curve? Why do we see that? Now that's a great question, a great observation that you all saw. The dorsal fin actually has no bone or muscle in it, so it can curve and bend. The whales basically are different in their energy level, how they interact in the environment, which can also, we believe, affect the curvature of the dorsal fin. So because it has no bone or muscle in it, over time it can flop over. For males, that dorsal fin can get up to 6 feet tall, which, if you think about it, that's a pretty heavy dorsal fin. So that weight can cause it to curve over time. Now, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, that it is animal dependent, so depending on them. But it doesn't indicate any health status, any emotional status. It doesn't affect them physically or anything health-wise that we've seen. And they're able to interact with their conspecifics, but also species-specific behavior with that curvature of those different areas. So same with the tail flukes as well. No bone or muscle in them, so they can curve. So like I said, feel free if you want to come over and ask me any questions. Talk about how amazing killer whales are. I can always talk about that. Another question that we get most commonly is, how much do the whales eat every day? Now with that being said, they are large animals, so you can expect them getting a lot of food, which some of our animals get over 100 pounds of fish a day. And that fish can range from a variety of herring, capelin, salmon, sardines, and also mackerel. And the wild killer whales are opportunistic feeders, so they can eat what they find. But of course, you all know they are the top predator, so they definitely gravitate towards those larger fish, even smaller fish, but they can also prey on seals, sea lions, even other whales, and great white sharks. How fast can they swim? That's a great question. So killer whales on average can get up to 30 miles an hour. Yeah, that's pretty fast. And a lot of that is coming from the power that's located in their peduncle, which is that area between where the tail flukes start and where their dorsal fin ends. So right in the middle, that's where the power comes from. And they use those tail flukes to swim up and down and get up to those speeds of 30 miles an hour. And of course, they are specialized for it. They are streamlined in nature. So that's going to allow them to swim right through the water. Knots, that's a great question. I'm not a nautical person, but that is a great question. I actually don't know that. If anyone happens to know how fast 30 miles an hour is in knots, that would be awesome. We can definitely say that. Good question. Oh, we got it. It's 26 knots. Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you. So really looking back here at the Keet session, Taylor has incorporated another trainer to help Keet with the concept. And that basically ear Q-tip looking item there, it looks like he did it, so that's awesome. Good job, yeah, woo! Good job, Keet. So that item that Hannah has in her hand, Hannah, can you wave that real quick? Yeah, that target pole there. That is going to be used to help ask our animals into different positions. They can target different parts of their bodies on it, so move their pectoral clippers, their side of their body, anything we ask them to target towards. And that helps us train these behaviors that you see here today, these awesome behaviors that you're going to see. So it basically reaches where our hand cannot. So over the water there. We even have some, there's one peeking behind that rock on stage, that are, long enough for us to type in the middle of the pool. So my my friend here asked an awesome question, is how big are they? That's a great question. Good job. Now, killer whales can range in size. The largest that we have here is over 10,000 pounds, and his name is Ikaika. And then we have our females who are a little bit smaller. They are on the range of around 6,000 or 5,000 pounds in weight. So that's a really great question. Good job. What's your name? Ellis. Good job, Ellis. Yes. All right, Ivy just asked me another awesome question. What is my favorite thing about killer whales? Oh my goodness, I feel like my favorite thing, and I'll go for two. One, physically, is that I absolutely love the pectoral clippers. So the clippers on the side of their body, they have 5 bony digits in them, just like our hands, so they can move and maneuver to help them steer, which is really cool. But also just getting to know them relationship-wise. I work with a large variety of animals, and I will say these animals here, orcas, are so intuitive and just so amazing with working with us and building relationships with us. That is really amazing to see them even do that with each other. So that's really one of my favorite things. Good job. Yeah. Yes, so the question here is, you all see these sprayers that are bedding out here? So yes, it is basically like a back scratcher or a body scratcher. Keet in particular here, and a lot of our animals love to put their tail through in those sprayers. It helps to exfoliate the skin off their bodies because they shed their skin about every hour or so. So that's a lot of itchiness that can be occurring. So with that, they utilize the sprayers that we turn on for them to help get that extra skin off. So they're actually very tactile animals as well. They love that touch or that feel, one, because of that. But yes, it's definitely something that they enjoy. Good question. Oh, do they like the rain? So the rain, because it rains so much in San Diego, it is a little bit of enrichment for the whales. They have seen it before, but we don't see that they are actively, where we can see enjoying it. We can't say they enjoy anything for sure, but this is something environmentally that's different with them, and it doesn't affect them, to where they don't attract sessions or anything. So yeah, it's a good point.